Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Where are we? Somewhere lost in downtown Kosonaga. That's where we are. Hold on a minute. Here comes a sign. Ooh, there we are. Kosonaga. 1 kilometre to the right. So let's take a right. We're in some banana groves. Look at that. There's olive trees there. And someone's decided to tell us they're not in Kosonaga. Underneath that black paint, it said Kosonaga. So that's where we are. What a great village, and what a great place to start. And if you're familiar with the channel, normally when Mr. Paul is in Kosonaga, he's heading one way. Yes, and he's heading in the direction of Coral Bay and Peyia. So there's a few people getting excited, I'll bet. James Henry, are you getting ready for it? Yeah. David Potter, are you getting ready? Yeah. And of course, if your name is Miss Ali and you've got a partner in crime called Mr. Neil, make sure that he's not chomping on a bit of chicken pie. Although I don't think there's any traffic lights out that way. Ooh, there is at the Kosonaga crossroad. And if they're on red, I'm going through them. So don't forget to smack him on the back as he chomps on his chicken pie. Now, of all the roads to have tarmacked, why have they tarmacked that one there when this road is absolutely Sherlock Holmes? It is absolutely awful. If you're new to the channel, by the way, and you're pondering what the hell does Sherlock Holmes mean, well, Sherlock Holmes, obviously the greatest detective that the world has ever heard of, and he was, and he is. But once upon a time, we were doing a little video, and courtesy, I'm shocked. I'm lost for words. I'm speechless. My goodness. Anyway, there we go. Once in a blue moon, you get a bit of courtesy in Cyprus, but not very often. Right. Once upon a time, Marika and me were doing a little video at the, I can't even say it, the Assalamu Alaikum, but that's not the quite name, but that's what I was about to say. And it's the tree with all the little things hanging on it. I mean, what idiot would park your car like that? Unbelievable, I tell you. Never mind. And here's another idiot that didn't look. I tell you, welcome to downtown Paphos. It really is a place completely and utterly full of idiots. And I include myself in that as well, by the way. But if you're looking for some bad driving, well, this is the special place for you. And I mean it. If you really are looking for the most stupid things to be done in cars, get yourself on a big bird or a canoe and start paddling like crazy, because all of those crazy bad drivers are quite simply waiting for you. Like that chappie there. See the chappie in the recovery truck in the yellow? Well, he recovers cars for us, by the way. And I once stood outside my workshop and watched him reverse into a Mazda MX-5. And then he jumped out and said it wasn't his fault. But there we go. What can you say? Rant over, Mr. Andy. Mr. Andy, of course, and Miss Ness, or Andy and Ness's Travels. Oh yeah, they got a YouTube channel. So now and again, go and click through and have a look and see what they're up to, racing around in the big black beast. But now and again, they bugger off on holiday. The man's got too much money. He goes to Paphos once a year. He's gone off to Crete, and now he's off on a cruise. And I think he's going somewhere else as well. What can you say? 4 holidays in a year. Wow. No wonder he drives around in a big black Range Rover, eh? Anyway, superstars amongst superstars. And on top of that, they've got 2 spectacular dogs. Miss Willow and, of course, Mr. Monty. And Mr. Monty, well, he's absolutely head over heels in love with Miss Marika, or her alter ego, Miss Archie Graciliana Booth. He stands at the TV station to attention as he watches, as she stands there and goes, well, hello everybody, how nice to see you again and again. Told you I wasn't stopping. Chump on that chicken pie. That red light going through was especially for you, Mr. Neil. Ali, give him a good smack. We're on our descent. We've joined the main coastal road and we're going to Peyia. I think we might go down the Coral Bay Strip, because I understand that James Henry does get very excited. David Potter, he gets very excited. And you never know, sitting on the Coral Bay Strip may be Miss Ali and Mr. Neil, and Mr. Neil may be choking to death on his chicken pie. Here we go. Beautiful sky, by the way. There's a bit of greyness in it because there's a bit of dust still about, but you know, if you're wondering what the temperature is, we're almost in the middle of June, so you know the summer season has arrived, shall we say. But if you're wondering, you know, if your name is Miss Dawn, you just happen to have a husband called Mr. Sean, who's busy doing some renovations on a golf course. He's making a fortune, by the way. He's doing dry stone walling all over the place, and he's making an absolute fortune. We know this, and we do, because they've got a little cat called Miss Daisy, and a very, very clever dog called Mr. Bobo. We'll come to him in a minute. But anyway, the temperature, if you're wondering, is 28 degrees just before lunch on a truly, truly spectacular day indeed. Now, to this little dog called Bobo. He's not the biggest dog in the world, but he's not the smallest. But I tell you what, he's a very, very proud dog and a very, very handsome dog indeed. And on top of all of that, he is unbelievably clever. And on top of all of that, he's got a partner in crime called Miss Daisy, who keeps a lookout. She watches out while he goes and borrows Mr. Sean's plastic friend, that's his credit card, hunts us down on the Buy Me a Coffee platform. In other words, Marika and me buy me a coffee, boom, up it comes. He goes and clicks on the Buy Me a Coffee and buys us a coffee or two. Now that's genius, but he's even got cleverer than that. Now and again, he jumps into Mr. Sean's brand new Land Rover Defender. I told you he was making a fortune, didn't I? And he whizzes down the road and he hunts down Mr. Christopher and Mr. Paul all the way from Leeds, and he then goes and borrows his credit card and buys us a coffee or two on that. Wow, what a clever, clever dog indeed. Big shout out to you, Mr. Christopher, and your superstar, the great postman, Mr. Paul. Great to meet you. And remember, I won't be doing any tax returns at all in the UK, so you haven't got to keep an eye on me. Mr. Christopher, by the way, is a tax inspector. He's a very, very nice chappy indeed, as they normally are, until you get the knock knock on the door, and then of course out come the handcuffs, and well, it all ends in well, it ends up with you paying a lot of money, or you end up in jail, that's for sure. Of course, those laws don't apply in Cyprus. Nobody pays tax in Cyprus. It's as simple as that. A lot of big diggering going on, a lot of big working going on, a lot of improvements going on in downtown Peyia. Well, I've been jibber-jabbering, by the way. That was the coast road gone. We're in Peyia. If we take a left, which we're going to do, we're going to enter the Coral Bay Strip just to see what's going on. It's lunchtime, so you never know. There may be one or two people about, or they're more likely on the Coral Bay Beach or the Coralia Bay Beach, soaking up the sun, because that's what it's all about, isn't it? If you're coming to Paphos for a holiday, whether it be for a weekend, perhaps if you're coming from closer afield in Israel or Jordan or Egypt, there's people coming over from Lebanon as well. You know, a weekend could be long enough. But if you're coming from further afield, why not do a week, 10 days, a fortnight, or perhaps even the rest of your life? Like Mr. Tommy, the superstar, the porn star, with a partner in crime called Miss Rebecca, who actually are from downtown Scotland, but now they live in downtown Peyia. You never know, they may be around somewhere having a spot of lunch or two. There's quite a few people tucking in, I can see, in the restaurants. Let's have a look at our favourite restaurant. Theo's is coming up on the right hand side. There he is. Yep, he's taking a big order. Table of 8 sitting there, and 3 or 4 tables as well. Mr. Demetrius, he's making a couple of bob. What's coming up here? Blazing salads. There we go. That's the blazing salads. Kicks into life, well, pretty early in the morning and keeps going late into the night. Damon Ritchie, there you go. That's the Lord, and of course his lady Zuska. Now and again they go to there, and they do like it very, very much indeed. Although they more often than not can be found sitting on the beach, just in front of the Annabelle Hotel, and well, and now and again pop into the Alexander the Great Hotel, a little tot or two. Big shout out to some of the superstars. Dayman, good morning to you. My superstar, the girl with star in her name, greatest lawyer in downtown Poland, Miss Alistar. Good morning to you. Viking Ronnie is all the way back in downtown Denmark. He enjoyed his trip to Israel, but he's gone back home. He's clicking on and watching an episode or two. Of course, the superstar in charge of all the policing, he's back in Scotland. But he'll be coming out soon, because we understand that Stephen and Jacqueline are going to get married. Yep, and you never know, we might get to storm that reception, especially for you. The superstar known as the one and only Ronnie Miller. Good morning to you. I'm going to say thanks for watching, and if you do like what you see, want to hit that like, click the subscribe, and come back for that little bit more of my madness. On the left hand side, as the sign suggests, that is Coral Bay Beach, and people are running down there to enjoy the views and the spectacality of the blue Mediterranean Sea. But if you want to let me into a little secret, there is a little secret in Paphos. The best beach, don't tell Coral Bay obviously, but the best beach is actually the Peyia Bay Beach. So you come past Coral Bay Beach on your left, you come past the man with the pushchair and the blue t-shirt, and you take a left, and you mosey on down here. And I want to do a big shout out to a superstar. At the moment he's not feeling too well, but we do wish you all the best, and we will say a prayer for you. He is a superstar who lives in downtown Manchester. He has a partner in crime called Miss Bev. Miss Bev, please keep your chin up. He's going to be around for a long time, that's for sure. We're going to make sure of that. And of course, they were staying here last year. We had the honour to meet him. His name is Viscount Paul Butler. He's back on the block. He's had an operation or two, and well, things are starting to look up, and that's what I believe. Paul, please keep your head up, and we know that we will see you again next year. And I'm pretty sure that Mr. Dirk and Mr. Michael, the people who joined us that day when we met, they'll be looking forward to seeing you again. So big shout out, and a big good morning to yourself, Mr. Paul, and Miss Bev. Let's take a left. This is Peyia Bay Beach, and well, that sea is looking blue, the sky is looking blue. Mr. Paul, I promise you, is dressed head to toe in blue. All it's missing is you. Get yourself on a big bird or a canoe and start paddling like crazy. If we can bring a little bit of happiness into someone's life, I ask all of our family members, please say a prayer, and let's have a moment's silence for the megastar, the superstar known as Viscount Paul Butler, because we all want to see him again. Let's let him enjoy the view out across the blue Mediterranean Sea on a truly spectacular day indeed. I'm going to say thanks for watching, and we're going to see you again very soon indeed. That view is especially for you, Viscount Paul, and don't forget to come back now and again. I understand you are a little bit unwell, we understand that, but please come back now and again. And now and again I'll private message you to make sure that, well, we want you to stay with us for a long time and enjoy the views, the fun and games on the little channel known as Marika and me. We remember you when you were there at the start for us, and you kept us going. We're going to keep you going as well. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again very soon.